Hello, once again, dear viewers, and welcome back to another Moonflower Tarot reading. And today I'm going to be taking a look into your future, specifically how the next 4 days are going to shape this new season of your life. And if you found this has reached you in divine timing. This is a timeless reading. Take only what resonates, and I have set this up as a pick a card. So go to the pile that you're drawn to. More than one of these messages might be for you. And now this might not exactly be 4 days or 4 days from now, but these next 4 days from the time that you are watching it and the time of recording are going to be a catalyst for a new beginning and catalyst for change. So keep that in mind when you pick your pile. And I want to thank you for being here. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help me out, and I enjoy making content for you out there. And let's see what Spirit has to say about this next season of your life. Hello, pile number 1. I have this black obsidian. I believe it's obsidian. I'm also... I'm hearing mirror stone. Some of you might be interested in scrying, or, interestingly, if you've been reaching out to me in spirit, then this message is for you, as well as if you've been trying to tap into more psychic gifts specifically. There's something coming through. If you follow a religion like I'm hearing Buddhism and Hinduism, there's ancestors and spirit guides that want to come through to you. So the next 4 days are going to be a time for you to find simplicity, because I heard the phrase, keep it simple. Keep it simple. Find simplicity, find balance. There's an ego shift and change happening in your life. If it resonates with you, signs contributed to this pile. I'm seeing blackbirds, bluebirds. Bluebirds might be significant to you. If I hear any songs, I'm going to put them in the description below. Only go to them if it resonates with you. But I just heard the song Blackbird by the Beatles. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. And learning how to navigate this world through suffering and injustice by finding peace and balance and tranquility within, finding joy within yourself. There might be this need to pull back into maybe your ancestors' religion right now to reconnect with the self and with the earth. It is important to keep things simple, though. It is important to keep yourself on track. So let's see what the main theme and the main message of these next few days are. So transition, yeah, there's this time of almost metamorphosis, but I'm also seeing the Luna moth, or the lunar moth. Definitely look at a picture of a lunar moth and see if it resonates with you. But this feeling of transfixed information is leading to this restlessness in your soul. And you are in a cocoon stage of reintegration. Do you have any idea how much time and energy it takes for a butterfly or a moth to metamorphosize? That cocoon, that safe place, that time, it takes so much energy. It takes so much. And I'm getting this feeling that you might have been transfixed because of the people around you, your environment, and your soul is trying to reach to you through the traditions of your ancestors. Your ancestors are not your enemy. The mistakes you made are not you, but the traditions that they followed are also sacred and embedded into your DNA and might actually help you. I'm hearing unfold a sealed envelope. I'm also getting a message that there's this instinct coming up. If you have old letters from your family, I'm seeing someone in an attic space taking out a box, and inside it there's a letter that's specifically addressed for you, and you didn't open it, because I'm seeing this envelope seal. Like there's something that is either hidden knowledge, or there's a literal letter that you had forgotten long ago that you didn't want to look at or see. The messages from that note need to be received now, and that is your catalyst for change. And that might be specific for a few of you, but there's this need to remove this transfixed energy. And I'm hearing it's within your environment as well, because there's this need to change and a restlessness, but the unwillingness to do so because change is scary. And like I said, it takes a lot of time and energy to transmute stuck energy. It's a force of will, and this might be a force of habit, but if you overwork and overdo things, there's not enough time and energy left to devote to taking care of yourself and your spiritual energy. If all of your energy is devoted towards working for other people on behalf of people who do not fulfill you or keep you stuck, none of that energy is going towards you to rest and reset or to ascend and heal. And these next 4 days might give you the wisdom or a moment, an opportunity that will be a catalyst for change. There might be like even a work retreat, there might be an invitation, or and you might actually get sick. You might have a moment to just go within and find peace within yourself, knowing that you are enough as you are, and that's giving you space to spiritually transform, spiritually change. The more you devote your time and energy with yourself, a higher power, and the ancestors around you, you are contributing to the change that is unfolding on this earth at this time. And it starts within you. And you are special, and you are sacred, and you are safe within yourself and the others that love you. And do not fear the time that is needed to transform and transmute and change and alchemize, because it is so exhausting, but it is so worth it. And I'm just seeing there's just a lot ahead for you. Like some of these limiting beliefs that you can't do it or you won't. There's another song coming to mind. It's called Icarus. What is the line? Every mountain looks far from afar. The next step you take can change your life or leave a scar. Yeah, so there's this feeling of whatever you desire, it's just about taking one step at a time. It's not going to happen overnight. You're not going to fail. You're not going to fade, but you're also not going to change if you don't make that first step. And sometimes that first step is allowing 2 seconds alone for you and setting boundaries, and boundaries with yourself that say, I don't need to be needed. I don't, you might want to be wanted and conflate that with the need to be needed. You are not always right and you're not always wrong, but the need to be so in either direction is causing more chaos and is not going to change the reality of your situation. Right or wrong, what matters is if you are at peace. And there is a next step to be taken that is challenging you to be in that energy of peace. Finding like 5 minutes every day to meditate. Find a space in your closet, like clear out your closet, clear out your attic, and create a space for you to pray and to meditate and to be one with yourself, the earth, because there's a lot of spiritual changing around you. And you might have been prone to spiritual manipulation because inherently we are all spiritual people. You might be more sensitive to a lot of energies around you, but there's this feeling of inner peace with like, even in the chaos. And it is about understanding that you are safe in a cocoon, and do not shame yourself for this sanctuary. Do not shame yourself for this opportunity. If you are rejected, like from a job offer, or if you are like suggested to go to therapy, or like are researching different types of therapy, that is your cue to take that first step to change. And this might be offered to you in the next 4 days. Even like the next few weeks, you might be taking baby steps, one step at a time, chip away. Every step counts. Like you're not going to climb a mountain the first time. You're going to learn how to condition yourself to climb to get to that goal. And the only way you can fail is if you turn around and go back to the life you knew. And even if you decide to do that, know that it's okay and you're still worthy of love and you have not failed, because you're still a beautiful human being who holds worth and value in the very fact that you exist. Consistency leads to change, and you have value. So I really do pray that you take these next 4 days, take the risk, take the leap of faith, or just be within yourself. And this has been your message. for the season of your life. I pray that it has brought you a little bit of clarity and peace, and I wish you all my love and the best. Thank you. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. I'm going to be taking a look at some of the things that are changing and transforming in your life that are starting over the next 4 days. Okay, immediately I heard you've been doing this over the last 4 years. So there might be the next, okay, this might be an indication. You've been working on this for 4 years, 5 years for some of you. If you came from a previous reading, I believe it was the magic reading. I just saw an image of a cherry. So if you might be drawn to that, there might be a message for you in that reading. The most recent reading I did, I will actually put it in the description below. The magic, how to access your magic. So I just saw an image of a cherry. If you're not drawn to that, that's okay. This could also be relevant to a new beginning. There's signs and synchronicities that I'm seeing because I saw it. Okay, I also saw like a Shirley Temple, so cherries in a cocktail glass as well. There's a lot of spiritual new beginnings for you. There has been a lot of work you have done in the last 4 years or so, or 5. The 4 is a magic number for me. It's a beginning of stability for the entire collective as well, as we're going into a full moon from the time of reading, and we're the year of the fire horse. But this is timeless. But this is a time for you to rest and reset. That is the biggest thing, because I'm feeling a little anxious. Okay. Okay, first of all, I think the biggest thing that you might need to do is to calm your energy and ground yourself. I found myself getting like jittery and almost like anxious and tripping over my words. So there might be a lot of like, maybe you're opening your throat chakra and there's a lot of work you need to do. Let's see what the main theme of these next 4 days. Yeah, no, this is okay. This is a season of change, a season of your life. You might even be watching this either the spring or fall equinox. Right now I'm recording in the spring equinox, but you might even catch this reading. You might even come from another pile, and this reading is also for you. If you come back to this is just a season of change, and change is cyclical. So one of the reasons that this is coming up for you is because these next 4 days and this next week is going to reveal a lot of the past work you had to do to move on to the next phase of your life. Because some of you are like undoing a lot of, okay, so there was shadow work involved. There was the dark night of the soul. I'm seeing the Tower card. So interestingly enough, I was asking that this specific card bring up any challenges. The challenge for you at this time is self-deceit. The idea that things can't get better or they won't based on like what happened in the past. And I'm going to be honest with you, that's perfectly normal. That is absolutely normal. It is human to think, especially if you've been through a lot of really dark, deep emotions, and if you've been through a lot of shadow work to undo habits or even relationships, we find ourselves going back into those relationships over and over again that hurt us. If we end up being caught inside that cycle, inside that loop, it just kind of perpetuates itself. And if you found yourself in the dark night of the soul or a tower moment, you were given an opportunity to perpetuate that change, to break the cycle. Basically, you're breaking the cycle and the loop and taking a leap of faith in a new relationship. I'm getting the feeling that there might be situationships that come back to challenge you, that might lure you back in, and you're being forced to break the cycle by just setting very firm boundaries and saying no once and for all. And if that's not the case, there just might be old wounds popping up in new relationships that are forcing you to let go of the old ones and challenge your belief in others. Like, there's hope. There's light at the end of the tunnel. Someone new might come into your life in the next few days, or you met someone recently and you're getting to know them. And you might see that there are some red flags or you don't know how to discern what is a red flag and what is just their quirks. And that is something that is going to take you some time to learn, but you don't have to learn it on your own. You can confide in people you trust and just ask for help. Ask them, is this something that's normal or is it a them thing? And even open up and communicate with people. Like if you're meeting someone new and you don't know if you can trust them, being open and honest about your situation when you feel like you can, and say, this is what I've been through before, this is what I'm feeling now, can we talk about it? And if you don't feel open to doing that with someone, especially if you don't trust them or know them well enough, at least be honest with yourself and know that it takes time to undo these wounds and this grief. So some of you might even be going into couples therapy with someone you already know and you're afraid to lose, to rekindle that spark of love within you, and you might be afraid of taking that leap. But just acknowledging that there's something wrong within yourself or within someone you know, or a connection, or acknowledging that the wound exists, is enough to be that catalyst for change. Because then you will be seeking answers more for how do we fix it. And it's okay to ask for help. So, over the next few days, there are going to be opportunities for change. And know that no one in the situation is evil. People who are right for you, who are meant for you, are going to enter in to help you deal with this, to express your needs, to unlearn maybe even certain types of coping mechanisms that kept you stuck in different patterns to begin with, stuck in relationships. So, one of the most important things for you to do is be kind and patient with yourself, because it takes time to heal. It takes time to change. And also keep an open mind. These wounds might be protesting too much, keep you from keeping an open mind, but also Spirit will always send people your way in confirmation when he knows that you've been through it. He knows you well enough. He knows your heart, how you work, how you function. And on your time, on your terms, you will heal. Give yourself time and patience. I'm not going to tell you keep an open mind, look up to the sun, and just everything's okay. It's like, it doesn't need to be okay. It can be hard and challenging. It's about pushing through your fears. No one said this would be easy. And now a song came up. I'm going to link it in the description below. Was it Coldplay? I think it's a scientist. It's like, let's go back to the start. Like, no one said this would be easy. Yeah, life is not easy. It might be the same thing you've dealt with before, but you could also be reacting to it differently and learning ways to interact with new people, interact with old people differently. Give yourself the chance to change. Give yourself that time and energy, and give yourself permission to make mistakes. You have the right to make mistakes, and you have the right to change your mind, who you are. You're not a bad person for doing that. That is your right to decide that. And you're living a human experience, and your soul and the people around you, like, that's all up to you, who you decide to have around you. So this grief does not define you. This grief is not going to be perpetuated in this next cycle if you choose to take those little changes, those little steps to let go gradually on your time. It can take 2 years, it can take 100 years, it can take 10,000 lifetimes. Take your time. Oh. So I'm going to leave this here. Thank you for being here. I hope this has helped you. I wish you all the love in the world. You know, have patience with yourself. Time and energy. This takes a lot of time and energy. So until next time, thank you so much for joining me. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose this jade, this is your reading. This card actually was hidden under this pile as I moved it back in. So this is a confirmation. If you've been seeing tulips, it's the springtime from when I'm filming. April, the month of April might be a significant time because it's coming home. I'm seeing April 21st as well. This might be just confirming if there's a birthday holiday coming up, then this is for you. Earth Day, I believe, is on the 22nd, but I'm seeing like a weekend trip or holiday as well. You are kind of, I'm hearing reconfirming your gifts. These next 4 days are going to bring in an opportunity to celebrate. You did something great. You might have been, maybe you're about to graduate college, if you're about to graduate high school this year. Yeah, I'm seeing some of you might be between the ages of 18 and 21. So, or you just, I heard you just had your Saturn return yesterday. Okay, so I'm getting this like very happy go lucky vibe with you. So, also the jade is related to abundance. So, you're tapping into your superpower. You might even be finding like an opportunity to maybe even work a summer job. Like for some, if some of you are in theater or are going into a career where you can kind of take time off to do your extracurricular like summer work, like definitely do that. You might be even getting an invitation to take some time off on a vacation after, because I'm hearing the word holiday. You're taking time off, and I'm getting a song. I'm going to link all the music I get in a playlist in the description below for your pile. Yeah, but I'm hearing, yeah, holiday, celebrate. Yeah, okay, so the summertime, there's also, okay, you're getting rid of self-limiting beliefs in the next few days because I think someone is going to offer you, I'm hearing more than an office job, or you could be getting an office job next week to get you through the summer and like give you like fun money. Well, that's so fun. I'm so happy for you guys. Let's see what the main. Need I say more? Okay, so you're stepping into your power. Okay, so this is my music group. You probably like communicate through music or song, or your vibe is more musical. You might even be part of the group I channel that likes to work with the Fae. If not, that's okay. Some of you won't relate to that, but I'm getting this feeling of like just so like I feel so happy. I feel so elated. If this isn't you right now, this is going to be you in the next few days. There's like a lot of surprises happening around the corner you don't expect, and I'm almost like feeling now what you're going to feel when this happens. Some of you might not expect this. It feels like it's around. I'm reading reversals. I was told specifically. You Okay, so there's this feeling that you might have been resisting fame because you were seeing like the spotlight. Like you feel deeply the spotlight is meant for you. You're meant to be out there shining your light. You're meant to be out there singing and bringing happiness to the world. But some part of you almost fears that being in the limelight, being seen. You want to build something very like I'm hearing a sanctuary, like a safe place for people. And it's almost like this like a circus of other freaks, so to speak, but in like a happy way. People like me. Like you might even be establishing like a theater company, or you've been trying to do it. Like some of you, that's confirmation, or you want to join one, but you're not sure that you want to be in the spotlight. Take that leap of faith. You don't have to be like everybody else. You don't have to be like the other celebrities. And not all celebrities go through that mental crash and breakdown of being seen by so many people and being criticized because you're not like other people. You're not like the people who crack under pressure. I think you've established a lot within yourself, or you're going to. You have to give yourself a chance. You can change the course of the world just by being you and by being an angsty teen that's going to be a happy-go-lucky adult that's going to just change everything. Like I'm hearing Disney adult. You're going to bring whimsy and magic back to a place that has lost its connection with itself, with this idea of self-expression. Like you're allowed to make faces and pout and be miserable on stage and on set and still be a valid and worthy human being, because we are not just robots who are expressionless, who are perfect, who are plastic. We are people, and other people deserve to see people like you. So I'm hearing a spirit guide saying Knock it off. It's not a phase. You are this clown. See, you are this clown on stage. Life is a circus, and you're the ringmaster, and you have a whole bunch of people around you who adore you and love you, and take that leap of faith. Don't be like everybody else. Create something new. And set boundaries for yourself. Like, set those manifestations up and set protections up way ahead. Because sometimes these spiritual abilities come up like too soon for us to answer the call. Earlier in life, you might have been felt drawn to do something, but you weren't ready for it because spiritually, maybe even like physically, or even in your own physical world, it just wasn't possible to answer this call within your soul. But now you're being set up to change. Like, make no mistake, you're going to be riding off into the sunrise and sunset on this horse, the dark horse that comes up out of nowhere and just like, oh my gosh, we're viral. Like, and you're going to have to be okay. You're going to feel pain. You're going to feel discomfort. Absolutely. That's normal because you're a normal human being living a normal experience, but you're also valid. You're also maybe a little bit too critical. And you know what? That's okay. That might keep you humble, but don't push yourself too hard to just not make mistakes. You're allowed to make mistakes. You're allowed to give yourself permission. So, the more you ease into this and the more you feel comfortable accepting that platform, because there's a lot of people out there who are given a platform who are really misguiding and leading others in a dark direction that's not good for us, and the world is missing out on you. I'm saying this with 100% certainty. You deserve a platform, and if God hands that to you on a silver platter, it's okay to be afraid of it. Don't say no. Say, okay, I'm afraid, but I will ask for guidance and I will ask for support, and then receive it because you deserve it and the world deserves to see you, okay? Let me just say, in the next 4 days, if you're given opportunities and people out there want to help you genuinely, take that. It's for you and you deserve it. You deserve to be seen. Others deserve to see you. I don't know what more I can say. Some of you feel like you've seen this coming to you for a while, and this is confirmation. Like, don't shame yourself for the validation and praise you receive, because I think it's falling into your lap because you have overcome some sort of wound, and the only wound left to really work through is this idea that you like invalidation, like you don't deserve this. What did I do to deserve this? And yes, in some way that can keep you humble. However, if don't dethrone yourself when the universe hands you a crown and a platform and a following, your voice needs to be heard right now. The universe almost demands that. You know, millions of people are praying for a voice like yours, and more voices like yours need to be heard. And you're going to set up that platform for others to come out, and the world feels less lonely and less segregated. Be part of the integration, be part of the family and the community. You are a beautiful soul and a light unto this earth, and I am so excited to see you out there outperforming the haters and being the person who says fame doesn't dictate self-worth and doesn't go to the highest bidder or the highest performer. It goes to those who need to validate and be validated by those who shine that light and lead the future generations to a better age, one of peace over hostility and equality over champion over others. And now that came out really haphazardly, but bear with me. You get what you get what I mean. So that's the message I have for you today, pile 3. Thank you so much for watching. I really pray this does help, and I wish you all the best. Hello, pile number 4, and if you've chosen this howlite stone, this message is for you. And this is a reading about a catalyst for change coming up in the next few days to kick off the next season of your life. Okay, so immediately I felt a 180 shift from the last few piles. I'm going to link whatever songs I received in the description below. The song Simmer Down from Haley Williams. So there's a lot of healing, let's just say. I'm hearing there's a lack of empathy, a lack of even justice. You it felt like you trusted divine guidance, but you were almost hurt by it. Don't let that hurt deceive you or make you feel like you've done something wrong. By the way, healing hurts. I'm just going to say this. I'm not the light and love type of freaking tarot reader spiritualist. I know healing hurts like heck. Healing hurts like that tower moment, that dark night of the soul. That is part of it. That means you've had a breakthrough. It doesn't mean you were led astray. It doesn't mean that you're dealing with these demonic entities when people enter into your life and they hurt you. That's not because you did anything wrong or the universe is punishing you. People use their free will to hurt others, and that's not okay. There's no freaking reason. There's no higher divine order of, oh, I signed a karmic contract and I needed to be hurt. No, that's a bunch of BS, by the way. When people come in and say, hey, you made this decision to be hurt by someone in this life to learn a lesson. No, you came into this life to live, and no one deserves to be hurt by another person. You did nothing wrong. If someone hurt you, that's on them. And if you receive divine guidance to, go to a certain place and you're healing, you're meant to feel that discomfort. Discomfort is a part of healing. Goodness gracious, don't be so hard on yourself. You've done nothing wrong. And I feel like, yeah, okay. So I just heard the phrase, this card represents a glimpse into your future, means looking back at your past, representing what you want to give to the world. Oh, okay, this is very specific, so bear with me. Representing the past based on what you want to give to the world, what the world wants to give to you. So there's this feeling of like, yes, karmic energy is cause and effect, but it's also, karma is choice and the consequences of our own actions and our own decisions. If you kept praying for help and guidance to change, and the universe was leading you there and guiding you there, and maybe you had to do it alone, the next step might be very, very painful. And I'm going to be honest. And if you are triggered by this, definitely click off. But I'm going to say that I'm here with you. I'm an ally. I'm a support. It is hard to hear. It is not easy. Even 12 years ago, I'm just going to say, I was demanding God for answers. I was demanding God for a way out, and I was given it. I was given so many opportunities to get out of the suffering I was in. I wasn't ready to hear it because I was trapped in the mindset of I needed to fix myself more than I needed to change the relationships, the connections I had, and my environment. I needed to fix myself with a problem I could never receive an answer to. I kept putting that blame on myself and putting the blame in the wrong place on others. That is something that I've been through, and it's strange to kind of see this reflected back at me. And I see this in others, and this transfixed energy needs to be transmuted within you to decide you want to change that. Nothing is happening to harm or punish you. Things inside your mind are punishing yourself, and there might be this resistance to leave. Now, all of a sudden, I've kind of felt a little bit calmer, but I feel a pain in my chest. So there's a lot of ego death and unlearning. Like, the pathway to healing is uncomfortable and is painful. Do not avoid it. Do not hold on to the relationships that hurt the most. They might matter to you now, but if they're causing mental stress and physical pain, seek another relationship or find another opinion. This is a very difficult pile. If you're sticking through this, thank you. Because I'm seeing these, I believe these are snake eggs. Yeah, I don't know, these are rocks. Hold on. So I saw that little formation as being like snake eggs. And the snake is all about transformation. Okay, pinch of salt. You need to hear this. There might be a part of you that refuses to change and let go. And it might be deeply subconscious and hidden within you, and you might not see it. However, something within the next few days or 4 days are going to force you to see it to the point where you cannot unsee it. And then from that point, you have to make you have to choose whether or not you're going to stay stuck. You might not really see this, and this isn't your fault. If you're blind to the reason why you're stuck in this and you're going through this loop all over again, why I can't get out of this relationship, why can't I seem to get any better, the answer is going to be given to you. It's going to be like dropped, like this chalice, it's going to be spilled, the tea is being spilled. Someone is going to step up and say, well, actually, this is the reason. And it's very particular to you. And like I said, this might be subconscious, it might be fear-based, it might be trauma-based. There's a choice. You're given a choice: change or stay stuck. Choose, and it's your choice to make. By the way, you have the freedom to make the choice. And literally the universe is not going to change for you, but it's not going to hate you if you refuse to change. And this is a theme that keeps popping up for all the other piles. You might have been drawn to like maybe piles 1 and 2. If not, that's okay. But one of the biggest themes coming up is no matter what your decision is, you are worthy of unconditional love from the universe, and the universe loves you and cherishes you, and it will give you a trillion second tries and chances to change as long as you're willing to continue. You still want change, and it doesn't matter how many times this catalyst or this opportunity to change is presented to you. Even if you turn it down for the 107th time, when 108 comes around, that might be the time you decide enough is enough. You may or may not be at that point, and that's okay. The universe loves you. You don't have to change right now. It's not the end of the world, it's not the end of your life, and you are still inherently worthy of love. Like, it took me, like, from Spirit saying it took me personally 100 years to get to this point. You know how many incarnations? It was at least 2 or 3 for me. So I got to a point where I'm like, enough is enough. That's how long it might take. Like, this might not be the right time. It might be the right time. You will not know until this opportunity presents itself, and this is your warning in the next few days. Do not avoid this. Do not avoid this. Okay. You might, okay, curiosity. Okay. So I just put up a short, and you might have been drawn to that, and this is your confirmation. This is for you. This is the conflict I was talking about in that short. I heard curiosity killed the clown. If you've been receiving repeated like patterns or notices that this person that you might be walking away from, or even like a job or an environment that you were kind of avoiding conflict with but knew there needed to be, that there's a resolution coming up, and that might be what this is warning about in the next 4 days. There might even be, I'm seeing church. Don't avoid it. If you've been avoiding going to church and there's like this potluck thing, okay, depending on when you're watching this and depending on what type of church you go to, yeah, next week is Holy Week in the Christian faith. I believe Easter Sunday is on April 4th. So that might be very specific. I heard the phrase, some of them people you might go to church with or in your congregation do not appreciate your childlike innocence and whimsy. And they don't see the merit in having that youth. And I actually, okay, some of you actually might be Christian. Only take this if it resonates. I just saw the image of Jesus Christ and the Lamb. And yeah, full disclosure, I was raised in the Christian church. I believe in the preachings of the Prince of Peace, but not in some of the misguidance that the church brought to the table. And that might be specifically why you're receiving this message from me, and this is the second time you heard it. Curiosity killed the clown. You being intrigued as to why you were once removed from these situational relationships and going back into them might be the actual catalyst. You're coming at it with a different perspective and fresh eyes. In the Two of Swords and the regular Rider-Waite tarot deck, we see a woman sitting at the water with 2 swords. And the water is a reflection of this inner world and the outer world. And she's blind to both the spiritual, the physical, and her emotional state. and she's being told you need to choose which direction you go in. This is the card of choice or indecision. You might not know fully what the right course of action is to take, and you might actually doubt your intuition. You doubt yourself, and this is why this keeps coming up. There's a situation or catalyst that is giving you an opportunity to listen to your intuition and trust that voice. Trust that inner knowing. If this person feels wrong for me, they sound wrong for me, and I know they're wrong for me, that's your answer. Walk away. Write down a pro and cons list. What's the good side of being in the situation, and don't feel guilty for walking away. There might be this sense of survivor's guilt if you had to walk away from a difficult situation, if you had to walk away from even a religion or a religious faction that you didn't feel aligned with. There are other opportunities for you to basically embody your spiritual identity as you are. And remember, the people within the church do not necessarily reflect the mission statement of the church itself, right? Because when you're looking at a religion, you turn to the ascended masters. You look at what they said and what they did and follow those instructions, not the instructions of the false shepherds or the people who misguide you based on their own specific biases and their personal beliefs. You were not born in an echo chamber, and you're definitely not going to die there, but your soul wants to, like, revive itself. I feel like there's this feeling of stuckness and repetitive energy, like you're stuck in a cycle. Rest assured, you're going to be reformed in the next few days, or at the very least, like I said, give it an opportunity. The tea is spilling. You're going to have like proof. You're going to have the answer. You're going to be told by a certain person in so many ways, I am not good for you. You're not supposed to be here. And the masks are coming off. The people are just giving you that, like, get out of there. So I think this is the advice I have for you. Okay, I'm being told to pull one card. Good news. Okay, some of you are Christians or like questioning that upbringing. Okay, only take this if it resonates. If it doesn't, you can click off, but I'm going to say there's a message from the Ascended Master Jesus Christ himself about your situation and guidance to get you through. First of all, good news. Okay, ooh, this is very specific. Alas, dear babe, there is nothing to fear but fear itself. So the peace that comes with being in a state of fear, but doing it anyway, is what is going to get you through this situation. And know that you're not alone. If you do pray to any spirit guides, ancestors, or ascended masters, they are walking with you right now. And the Footprints poem is coming up. Also, the phrase, fire walk with me. When the world is on fire and the building's burning down and the fire department is not coming, ask spirit to walk with you through the flames. And just trust that your connection to the divine is yours and yours alone. And if your relationship and understanding of the divine is different from those in your environment, some of them might actually lack humility. If this doesn't have to do with a Christian church, this might actually have to do with a coven, that they're performing certain acts that go against what you believe is good for the collective, or you know that is a transgression against others. This is your sign to leave before it's too late and find something new or a new way to approach your spiritual practices, whether that is within your religion, your faith, or even in like witchcraft. Like, just finding that place of balance and introspection and knowing that the way out isn't through these people. It isn't even through religion. Religion in some ways is that bridge between us and the divine. It is a tool. And in some ways it can keep us safe. But if you're in an environment with people who do not respect the way you connect with God and your relationship, because spirit, God, our ancestors, they're our family. Maybe the people in your life treated like a church or a religion or faith like a prison and a workforce, and getting out of that habit or mentality is going to put you in a space where you realize like you're in the Lord's house all the time. You are in Spirit's house all the time. Inside of you, you have a spirit that is holy. Connect with it, it connects with you, and God speaks to you through so many other people who are spiritual beings like you. Don't assimilate with a group of people who have this very stuckness, this very soul that is transfixed in the state of hate and fear and the aversion to calling brothers and sisters of this earth their brothers and sisters. Let your family work with you and for you and alongside you. You're not in a prison. Spirit is in your home. And do what you feel is right for you. And at the end of the day, I know this has been a little bit of a longer, more difficult reading for you, but there is an offering being brought to you either through another person, a spiritual guide, or maybe even like I'm hearing a prophecy you might receive, a vision. There might be something along the lines of that, but this feels like you will know what it is because it will be tailored to you. It will be specific. It will be obvious in your face. You will know what it is, and that is your cue to choose. What direction do you go in? And only you can decide that. And so I wish you the best. Like, all my love. Like, some of you, this might be a generous offering, and you deserve it, by the way. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. Again, best of luck and all my love to you, and I will see you in another reading.